I'm very sure that everyone has many things, exciting things to ask from you. But of course, you know, I have always been an educator, and I've always been in education, and I'm so happy to listen to all of your sharings. I have a lot of questions, no? But before that, I'd like to greet, of course, our online and on-site participants. Definitely, your sharings were actually very enlightening, and I must congratulate you for all the sharings that you have shared with us. And you see, you know what runs in my mind earlier, Dr. Nu, Dr. Puva, and Sir Orly. Now, I'm very happy that you shortened your names. You make life very easy for me now. At least aside from Dr. Orly, huh? Okay, so, you know, you have a lot of promising sharing this afternoon. And it's actually about the transformation, the resurgence, I must use the word resurgence, no, for tourism and MICE industry. No? And that I'm just imagining with the changing landscape, with the changing environments, there must be some challenges that you would be experiencing at the moment and most probably in the future, in the near or far future. Could you imagine what those challenges could be, considering the changing environment that we have right now? Anyone can answer that, of course. I think Dr. Orly is looking at me, no? Siyempre, I'm sure.
First thing first, I'm honored to be called doctor.
Yeah.
That's one. Second, I'm honored to be part of this handsome group. So I feel like parang birds of the same feather flock together. So
I'm sure.
my friend, I'm already handsome now. But going back to your question, ma'am, I think one of the things that is very challenging, even I talk to some Singaporean organizers, is that like we call the strawberry generation or snowflakes generation.
Oh, yeah.
Like people or upcoming generation don't want hardship. And to be in this industry, like you will be like Shamir, isn't sleeping for 2 days, 3 days already.
I think 3 days. With the start of the storm and the habagat, you know.
Because of this event. So,
yes, definitely.
Although it's a high leverage industry, but to get the rewards of industry, you need to work hard, and it's labor intensive. No?
Yes.
If despite the AI and all the technology and registration and everything, as the late great Secretary Mon Jimenez mentioned, tourism or business events is a people's business. The success of an event is driven by people. Therefore, we need younger generation stepping up the plate and appreciating that the hard work that this industry requires will give them better and higher rewards, not only for themselves but for the country where they are representing that particular event.
Yeah, you know, you were talking about the younger generation may not have that tendency or propensity for sacrifice, for hard work, etc. Would you call that the passion for the industry? The passion for the work?
Maybe passion, but at the same time, the younger generation are exposed to technology and easy money platforms and tools. Like, therefore, again, I'll mention Singapore. They give the lower leverage jobs to OFWs and outsourced manpower. The high leverage, which is the stock market and other high yielding jobs, they're taking it. But for example, who will wash your laundry and everything, they just give it to the low leverage workers. So the same as to MICE, although this is like a high level industry, but again, the production staff, the organizers, they have to really put in long hours of work in order to put up a successful event. And you cannot do that by just merely depending on AI.
True. That is so true. These are the people behind the scene, no? Dr. Nu, your thought on this?
Yeah, we have similar problems. You know, the young generation nowadays might perceive hospitality and tourism, including MICE, to be a very hard working job. It requires lots of efforts, and they prefer something that wouldn't take too much of their energy, but have give them high yield, high return. So the passion might not be there anymore. So this is something that we need to increase the passion of those younger generation. But MICE would give a lot of things that is promising to younger generation, especially creativity or it's thing that they can take a lot of action. It's very exciting job.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so. I really share that with you, that it is something that is exciting, and at the same time, it would greatly attract the young people. Don't you think so? Yeah. And yeah, I was struck by the presentation of Dr. Puva, because you said that you mentioned something about the inverted pyramid. No, there are less younger people who will carry on the industry. And of course, it has something to do, of course, with policy, but at the same time, it also has something to do with the attitude of the young people. No? As you said, they don't like to marry. They don't like to marry young. They don't like to have responsibilities. And then that lessens also somehow the next generation that would carry on. Is that something that is universal, or is it only in Malaysia?
Yeah, thank you. The aging issue is actually universal.
Yeah.
Of course, exception of several countries, okay, smooth. Most of the countries facing this issue, meaning that there's more of portion of 60 plus people in the community. And what is the meaning? What's the impact? There's more people who wouldn't want to work, they are retired. And there's lesser younger people. And there's more burden to the younger people to take up these kind of challenges as mentioned, right? To work hard, are they ready? That's the question, right?
Do you share, is that also true in Thailand? The problem of having an inverted pyramid that would sustain the industry, and not, of course, not just the MICE industry, tourism and all other industries. Is that also something that worries
we
you?
are facing similar problems. Now, aging society is also happening in Thailand too. And we have, like university in Thailand, for example, we are experiencing a lot of difficulties attracting younger people for our universities, because we have less number of students comparing to the seats available. This is the signal of aging society. And these young people, they have a lot of opportunities, not only in the MICE and tourism sector, and they might look for jobs that can give them, easier money, and less effort. So that's a big challenge.
But of course, in the Philippines, it's not the same, no?
Yeah,
Mr. Orly.
I'd just like to share to our colleagues here that in the Philippines, if you lack manpower, just pick it up in the Philippines. We'll provide you. Actually, in our population, our median age is 26.5, 26 years old.
Yeah, and therefore...
A young population.
Yeah, it's a young population, very promising population, no?
Yes.
Now, I'm interested to know, because much of the success of any industry would be the highly skilled manpower, no? And that really comes from the academe. I wonder how the academe and industry partner with each other in terms of tourism industry. Like say, for example, there is also the technical vocational education or training and also the universities. How does your industry collaborate or partner with the academe? Anyone can, Dr. Puva.
Yeah, I believe the curriculum of the event management or hospitality is well embedded with the industry. In our country, it is no more option. It's a must-to-do thing that we invite the industry players to evaluate our programs. Is it relevant according to the contemporary development, right? So, and for an example, let's say like student evaluation, student assignment, grading, partially is also done by the industry players. So they give their inputs according to the contemporary. When I say contemporary, things can change last week from this week, right? So we cannot wait for years to make changes, right? So when the practitioners are in the education level itself, at the lower level, so changes can be made.
Oh, that is so great. Therefore, the MICE industry are actually collaborating with academe, and you actually influence their curriculum. Oh, that is so great. How about in Thailand?
Yeah, in Thailand also very similar. We integrate the industry into our curriculum from the beginning. Like when we design a curriculum, we need to get feedback and do some research and ask for feedback from the industry and ask them to help with the design of the curriculum, because they are the person that know exactly what they need. So they know the needs of the industry. They know what kind of skills that we should help to develop our students. Not only that, in many of the subjects, it's not lecture based. It's a combination of theory and practice, and we integrate companies, even especially MICE company, into many of our courses as projects and guest speakers. Some courses are taught by the industry, and we just give them some theory, and then they have to go and do the practice with the industry. Not to mention the internship and work integrated learning. So this is very, very important part in producing MICE student graduates. Hospitality and tourism.
Doctor, or I always call you doctor, Mr. Because you look like one.
Thank you. I'll accept that, ma'am.
Okay, Orly, I will just call you Orly, no?
Yes.
Okay, so your thought on this?
Speaking as one different hat is, as a Philippine MICE Academy Board of Director, what we do is, for example, right now from Enderan, we're now open to other universities to partner with us.
That is great,
Yes, so, and again, the book, the reason why the book is that important, because that book was approved by the Events Industry Council of USA so if you take that, it's like, it's a preliminary to your certified meetings professional. So it's, the curriculum of that book is integrated to that. And again, we also have talks with TESDA to offer NC4, because they're offering
I support that.
Yes, but hopefully the talk is long and winding, but hopefully we'll get there.
It could be long and winding.
Long and winding.
But slowly, go ahead.
To test the people in the zoo. I hope you
there are.
Yeah.
I hope we have. I hope.
So it's a long and winding. It's already years already, but we're hoping that NC4 will be part of the TESDA's offering, so that we can, more particularly the out-of-school youth, can also benefit from the things that we're offering in the Philippine MICE Academy. As for, I'd like to give a shout out to Jojo Villamin, of course, the founder of the Junior Hospitality Tourism Management of the Philippines.
Wow, that's fantastic,
Jojo.
Junior Jojo.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that is so nice, no?
Yeah.
Again, will you tell us again, Junior?
Junior JT, no? Junior Tourism Hospitality Management Association of the Philippines. During the pandemic, what Jojo's group did is invite practitioners so that the students can listen from the experiences, sharing on the MICE-related subject matter. So I was privileged to be one of the speakers, but I see the importance of that because when I went to Davao, there's a lot of students and professors that know me, met me in Mindanao. So I think again, for me, it's always about going outside of Metro Manila so that the development will be spread out. Of course, I also try to tell to my colleagues that sometimes in my example, I use Thailand. And Malaysia, what I adore about Malaysia, they have a lot of PhDs and certified professionals. So I always tell to the educators, a country that has a lot of PhDs and certified professionals because they're into certifications is a country that is really prepared to accept the growth. Kasi fortunes is only for the prepared mind. No? Fortune favors the prepared mind. And an educated population can, again, maximize the opportunities present in front of them because they can see it.
Yes, that's true. I believe in what you say, no? And I really go for that. You see, actually, you said that, you go to the provinces, etc. And I'm interested, I think it was Dr. Puva who said that there is integration of, is it you? The integration of culture, the integration of the local culture into MICE, no? I find that very, very interesting. Can you tell us more about your experience on that? Because you see, to me, it's very important that MICE experience would be something that, the attendees, the participants will remember for a long time because they enjoyed the MICE events, no? Because of the characteristics, the qualities of the people, but integrating the culture into it is a wonderful idea. Could you tell us more about it?
That's important. Otherwise, an event going to be just an event, if just a standardized way. What people look for is a unique experience, which is the one that we are having here, right? I think I believe I'll remember for a very long period of time because of the uniqueness that we have here.
Thank you to Shamir, no?
Shamir and LPU, thank you. As compared to the one we had in Phuket the other day, was also fantastic. Right? So the uniqueness should be there, and we should know something that's called globalization. Right? The global product is not just globalization anymore. People wouldn't want the exact type of product. You go to the McDonald's here, we don't get the same type of McDonald's in Malaysia or in the US, in the States, right? So it is localized according to the local flavor, and that's the thing that we are looking for. Speaking from a customer's point of view, right? So, and that is what the industry is giving. Who's giving the best uniqueness, and not the best, but best uniqueness. So win the market.
Yes. So the experience would be global. It's
with
really
local flavor.
With a local flavor. Do you do the same thing in Thailand? I like your country.
Yeah, of course. Exactly.
The food, for example, no? The food.
Exactly the same thing like what Dr. Power just mentioned. Event is not only about the content of what we are coming for at the meeting, but it's all about experience as well. So integrating the hospitality, local hospitality, Thai hospitality, Philippine hospitality, Malaysian hospitality into that is very, very important in adding more value to the experience, especially the food, the performance, the culture, and everything.
The accommodation,
that's very
everything,
important,
no? And the people, we really like your tuk-tuk. Tuk-tuk. Yeah, the tuk-tuk. No? It brings you everywhere, no? Yeah. And I think we also do that in the Philippines, Orly, right?
I think, yes, more so right now because experience is the new economy.
Yeah.
So we have words like CX, customer experience, we have customer touch points, we have customer journey mapping, and those concepts are there because, again, as mentioned by my colleagues, its experience will differentiate your event from another country. So Thailand has a different experience, different vibe. Malaysians, different vibe. We go to the Philippines, another different vibe. And that's the reason why, as a MICE attendee, you wanted to go on that. So I remember,
Yeah.
like to share, I went to Penang, Malaysia, Georgetown, right? It's a great convention city, and I enjoyed my stay there. So you go to Thailand, so of course Central World, Central World is my favorite spot there. So again, also memories is life. So every time you go to an event, you create memories, and those memories is the reason why you love meeting different people, because you respect their culture and you get to know them. In fact, when I go to different countries, I go to the bookstore. I don't buy foreign Western books. I buy
Their
authors from their
Yes.
countries, because I wanted to be immersed in their way of thinking. So the Asian way of thinking, that's, for me, that's one of the rewards of being a MICE
Yeah.
professional. Get to go to other parts of the world and then learn from the different experts on that particular country.
Yeah, that is so nice, no? Now, I'm thinking Malaysia would like to make Malaysia the hub of MICE. Also, of course, Thailand would like Thailand to be the hub of MICE, and so the Philippines as well. How do you think can we come together and make ASEAN the hub of MICE, no? So that while we are different, there must be something common among us that will bind us all together as ASEAN. So how do you bring a stronger ASEAN hub?
For me, I don't know what's happening with the. We have a MRT station that connects all ASEAN except the Philippines, and I don't know if my colleagues know that, but there's a train station like in Europe where all the ASEAN countries are connected. So it's easier for them, but we're not included in the plan because again we are a fragmented country.
Yeah, it's
So
kind of
island,
difficult, no? Because we are an archipelago.
Yes,
Yeah.
but also at the same time, it becomes our differentiation. Because, I mean, if you go to those connected countries, they're offering the same food, spicy, something like that. So now, if they want to have a different vibe or experience, they go to the Philippines. But we've been talking with, in AFECA, it's being discussed. I think in terms of ASEAN, we have the identity when you go to those different associations like ATRA. It's not about the nationality of the particular member. It's about ASEAN. So I think in terms of that, the communication is always about, as ASEAN, let's maximize this growth opportunity that is presented to us. And for example, this ATRA is a great event. I see a lot of, I see a vision like MICECon when we started that. From 100 maybe, then it becomes 1,000 attendees. And what happens is that first it will be hosted by Thailand, then hosted by Malaysia, then hosted by Philippines and other ASEAN countries. And again, we know that the multiplier effect of MICE is 6 times compared to the free independent traveler of FIT industry. So that one, the event itself, this ATRA can again contribute to the economy of the hosting country.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually in the near
Yes.
future.
Yes. Your thought on this, Dr. Puva?
I believe this is what we are lacking at, lots of discussion on ASEAN integration, as a package, but it's not happening. You look at the population that we have, 650 million in ASEAN about 650 million, but the number of people travel to our neighboring countries is less than 15%. This is pre-pandemic statistic in 2019. But you see Europe is about 700 million population. Half of them travel to their neighboring countries, from France to Germany to Austria.
Yes, that's true. It's easier for them to travel.
So we are not doing it. But what is happening now, the recent development, I think, I'm not promoting AAsia here, I don't work for them, but AAsia came up with a package, like I think AAsia Explore, which was also presented during the ASEAN NTO meeting last month, well perceived. It's like you only pay certain amount of money I think it's about USD $250 only. You can go to 10 destinations within a year in ASEAN.
Wow.
So please subscribe for more details. I don't have more details.
If I may add,
I'm not promoting.
Okay.
I have a lot of friends in Eastwood, foreigners. They
Yes.
taught me that to get that AirAsia only flight,
Yes.
only
Oh,
flight.
nice, huh?
So you pay 30,000, but you can fly every day. You
Only?
can fly,
Yes.
only.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that
So-
promo, definitely you have to snag it immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Because it disappears. It's
Quick.
a promo. But when you get it,
that's a promo.
Yeah,
So
actually-
for all of you, our
Only flight,
participants
AirAsia.
online,
Yeah,
listen
Tony
to that.
Fernandez.
So there are already 2 promotions there. Do you know of that, Dr. Nu? The Asian program. Wow, AirAsia. Your thought on unifying the ASEAN?
I have
yeah,
similar,
you have.
similar idea with both the speakers. So I think one of the most important things is about connectivity between our countries in ASEAN. We have uniqueness of each country has what we can offer, but the problem is it's not easy. Just like comparing to Europe, for example, the connectivity between countries, the railway, the road, and everything
Yes,
is not
the
easy.
train.
Yeah. So if we can improve on that, and ASEAN will have to take initiative in promoting the whole region together, and then we need to come up with joint efforts in doing this. Yeah.
Yeah, that is so true. They can be connected by train, by bus, unlike us, no? We are so divided by the waters. Yeah, and so I think when listening to you, I can see that the government are also supporting MICE and of course supporting tourism very much, no? Our government, Orly, is also supporting us very much here in tourism. How much or what are the things, the incentives that your government actually extends to you? Dr. Nu?
MICE is a very, very important business to Thailand. So Thai government, especially TCEP, Thailand Convention and Exhibition Bureau, is doing a very good job in providing a lot of support to the MICE industry, including examples such as the support with the bidding, like cities want to bid for large events, for example. TCEP would come in to help even with the drafting of the document, and help with the bidding. And TCEP also support financially to some of the events as well. And then we have MICE Intelligence Center set up by TCEP that is doing a lot of research and market research to help MICE businesses in Thailand. And also MICE Academy by TCEP. And all of these have great support by the government.
And these are all funded by the government.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
academy, the MICE Academy.
Yes.
What about the MICE Academy in the Philippines?
It's a privately initiated action by different organizers. Then after that, we introduced the concept to the government, and different LGUs are
supporting, yeah?
supporting and tapping us. Again, we'll be there in Palawan this coming August, and as I mentioned earlier, as far as Coronadal, there are scheduled sharing and educational forums for my stakeholders in different provinces.
What about in Malaysia?
Despite all the incentive, tax relief, and which I also showed in my presentation earlier, the bigger thing that the Malaysian government did, which we really welcome industry players like, is free visa to countries like India. When we realized Chinese, we gave free visa to China, right? But not many Chinese are coming now. It's not only to Malaysia, worldwide, because domestic tourism is what they are doing now. But that made a lot of Indian tourists to visit countries like Malaysia because there's no hassle to apply, or there's no cost for visa. And we shouldn't forget, MICE has got one important element which we always disregard, is incentives.
Oh, yeah.
That is also growing. Companies compensate, reward the employees to travel to another place because of their hard work over the year. It's like a bonus,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
so
that's
that
true.
part is growing. You can see lots of buses. When I was in Phuket, I thought, am I in Phuket or New Delhi? Lots of Indian tourists with buses. When
Really?
I talked to them, why are you here? Are you with your family? No, we came our company trip, right? So that is incentive. That's growing, right?
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah, those are very bright insights, no? Now, I just wonder at this point, there might be some questions online or on site. There might be some questions. Nako, ayan na. There is already a question from Jojo.
Okay, so I think just to save time, of course, we're going to be limiting one question online and one question for the on-site delegates. So since we're just opening the floor for our panel, for our delegates, I'll move first with our on-site participants. I'm sorry, I should be biased because Dr. Nair happens to be a very good friend of mine. And here's the question from Dr. Vicky. How has the MICE industry in ASEAN adapted in the post-pandemic era? What strategies have proven effective in attracting international events and attendees back to the region? And what are the biggest challenges facing the MICE industry in ASEAN, and how can industry players overcome them?
Okay,
So-
that's one question for you. That's several parts.
That's several,
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, anyone? Yes, Dr. Puva? Yes?
I think we answered most of it during our discussion. Just to summarize, like I said, ASEAN need to, if you want to move as one attraction, the one effort by the airline company, which
Yeah.
they did, this is one good thing, and you must make people easy to travel. Why I want to go to a place that should be an attraction? I want easy. I don't want difficulty, right? When governments have that in mind, then it can happen, like free visa and all those things for a specific country, specific period of time. It cannot be free visa forever. Maybe a few months or a year, right, to test the market, right?
Okay. Dr. Nu, your thought? Would you like to say the other parts?
Yeah, I think he's also asking about the strategies that have been proven effective in attracting international events and attendees. Probably your experience in Thailand and how you guys can attract.
In Thailand, right? We have done many things. For example, we have been upgrading our infrastructure in the past 5 years heavily with the transportation system and everything, and also upgrade of the airport. That's one thing. And another thing is, I think TCEP has been doing a very good job in promoting Thailand. So that's the key success, I think. And TCEP not only promoting Thailand, also the making sure the quality operations of MICE and event in Thailand as well. So they control the quality as well. Yeah.
I think the name Phuket will always be a factor. I mean, in attracting these people. So, Orly, I think this one is for you, no? The biggest challenges facing the MICE industry in ASEAN, and how can industry players overcome them? What was your story in ToyCon?
I think for ToyCon, it's an international event because we managed to invite and ask for the help of DOT and TPB. Around 30 countries went there. So different nationalities from as far as UK, US, Taiwan, Thailand. I have a lot of the toy designers in Thailand. Of course, Malaysia, Korea, Japan. But the challenge is, for me, is again yung carbon footprint, because the garbage that the mice generate is huge. Second, for me, the challenge because a brand is a brand. In exhibition, if you're like ToyCon is already on its 21st year, and there's a lot of events in the Philippines that's on its 20 years. So you don't need to market it, as some of my colleagues mentioned. It's an autopilot. A lot of people are, WOFEX, World Food Expo, a lot of people are going to that event. It's already a brand. It's established. So if you're crafting newer events, like for example, ATRA Forum, then the challenge is how to create better content, better customer experience from website to different touch points So that's the challenge for, hopefully, again, praying for other incentives from the government. But again, they've been very helpful to me, most especially in welcoming in the airport. So we appreciate that. But I want to copy sana in the Philippines. I always mention Thailand because in Thailand they offer for every international visitor that you bring in there, they give you $100.
Wow.
Oh, so this, again, this offers
Another
me that,
incentive.
offers me that incentive, $100 per on a minimum of 10 attendee that you bring. So there's a minimum. So again, that's around $1,000.
Wow.
But that's by the government because they're paying, you know. So maybe those incentives, cash incentives, will further spur the MICE here. But again, as I mentioned, in Metro Manila, the usage rate of the convention centers and hotels is around 85%. So it's high already. We need to bring the blessings to other secondary cities. So that's the challenge, or make a better venue. Like again, I'm launching my hope on the Philippine International Exhibition Center that
Coming soon.
yes,
We can't wait for that.
Coming soon. We have a question.
All right. I'm opening one from our on-site attendees. Going once. This is not an
I
option.
enjoy the food day. And also, it's like killing myself watching them.
You can.
Enjoy.
I'll just give another one for coming from our online participants.
Okay.
This is from the first one, Dr. Metab Alam. How do you extend the event management scope in areas or region together with country brand image? I think that's a very good one.
Actually, may I answer that? So before we market our company, like I go abroad to market my X-Link, I never said X-Link. It's always first you market the Philippines. So again, the campaign for FBSE is a good way of marketing the Philippines. Not that I'm a regional trainer, but it's a value-driven service. So there's always a why, no? So again, that's why, for example, let me give you a case study. Shell Gasoline Boy, they don't call them Gasoline Boy. They call them, in Shell, they orient them on boarding. They're brand ambassadors. So try to imagine that, no? Gasoline Boy, in their mind, they're not gasoline boys, but they are brand ambassador. That's why they give you the service that you deserve. Different from, I will not mention the other gasoline station. Okay. But, so going back to that, so the FBSE, it's like a compass to us we have a branding service in the Philippines, called it the Filipino Brand of Service Excellence. It's the pilot project of Miss Jing there, no? From DOT. And it's one way of telling to the world that come here, we will serve you better because again, we are a value-driven, not that in the past we're not, but we're just emphasizing it right now, and that's the differentiation that we'd like to communicate to the other visitors that wanted to do their events there. Again, if you're promoting outside my experience, we don't mention the company. We first promote Metro Manila, we first promote the Philippines before we promote our company, our service. So it's been ongoing. It's not a new trend. That's the strategy of all companies in the Philippines, or maybe for that matter, other companies from different parts of the world. They promote first their country before their service.
Okay. Maybe we can have the experience of Malaysia on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree to what he said, right? So it's the destination first. That's why the samples I showed you in Malaysia, like Langkawi, Sarawak, is tagged just like that, positioned. What is positioning? Injecting an image in the minds of people, right? When you hear about this event, it's the destination comes first. So destination first, then the company or the particular attraction. Yeah.
And Dr. Nu?
Yeah, this is very important because events, companies, and everything, they make decision to choose a destination also based on the destination itself. So the image of the destination is very, very important. For the leisure market, Thailand has been very successful because our tourism in general is quite successful. So the Thai hospitality and everything has been regarded quite highly. But for the business market, we still have many things to do, especially to position our countries to have higher innovation and sustainability. So those two things that Thailand's trying to do to improve the image of the country for the business segment. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
All
So
right.
we're done.
Yep, so-
thank you very much to our panelists.
Sir Orly.
Orly, Sir Orly,
Ma'am, you can call me Dr. Orly.
Dr. Puva and Dr. Nu, thank you so much. This has been a very wonderful exchange of ideas. And last na lang, just one sentence from each one of you, your final message to our viewers online and of course our participants on site. Just one sentence because we lack time. Last message.
Yiddish proverb, eat life or life will eat you. So that's what MICE is for you. Yeah, it's more about fun and having business.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Dr. Puva?
I believe travel, explore, enjoy while you are available.
Well, that's a very great advice. And Dr. Nu?
Yeah, integrate the culture into business, and that will add more experience and add more value. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much to everyone. Let us give them a big round of applause.
Thank you very
so
much.
much.
mission is to form a network or clusters of ASEAN universities so that the researchers could come together in order to work jointly and also contribute to the ASEAN region itself.
Mabuhay! A pleasant afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 15th ASEAN Tourism Research Association Tourism Forum.
Mabuhay! Love the Philippines!
There's so much of future in event management actually. You can do general or you can specialize. It was actually inspired, just to share a little bit of the history of ASEAN Tourism Research Association. It was inspired by someone who was an advisor to the Ministry of Higher Education back in 2011. He called me and he said, why don't you start something that's very different from others? So I said, okay, let's start ASEAN Tourism Research Association. Why don't we do that?
We are very grateful to have our distinguished guests with us today. Thank you for bringing back the sunshine to the Philippines.
The future of MICE, business events in ASEAN, and the progress of the ASEAN MRA TP hinge on innovation, sustainability, and teamwork. Today is the perfect opportunity to come together and enhance these efforts.
Another thing that Thailand has realized is that we have a lot of festivals. We have introduced the concept called festival economy so that we can bring festivals locally up to the international level.
The National Tourism Development Plan of 2023 to 2028 has been approved. And this plan seeks to build a tourism industry that is deeply anchored on Filipino culture, heritage, and identity.
What is next future? Future means not next 5 years. Future is beyond that, right? What is next 2040, 2050? In terms of workforce, we won't have many. So this is where the utilization of AI is important.
We are assured that the Filipino workforce are actually competent and their competencies are recognized and at par with international standards.
the thing that we are expecting, most of my colleagues, is if we have a branding but we don't have a strategic action to support the branding, it's useless. The distance between idea and success is execution. And most of the time, the problem is execution.
We were very fortunate that all the schools selected were actually part of the same region for Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao.
I must congratulate you for all the sharings that you have shared with us for tourism and MICE industry.
Mabuhay! Love the Philippines!
Love the Philippines, love Metro Manila, it all starts here. Mabuhay at maraming salamat. Thank you for your time and attention, and let us work together to continue to transform the future of MICE in ASEAN and beyond.